Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. I am back for another reading with you all. Lately, I've been feeling so called to do more readings than manifesting videos, and I always follow my intuition. So this must mean that somebody out there is needing these messages from the cards. So we're just going to roll with it. I'm not saying my channel is always going to be this way. I am always going to follow my heart and go with what my guides are telling me to do. So let's see what we have. Right now it is Sunday evening. I don't even know what time it is. Maybe it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. Not that that matters because you could be watching this 6 months from now. How funny. Hearing messages from spirit. I am a clear channel for messages from spirit. So this is exactly what I just opened this reading talking about. We have to surrender to what our guides are guiding us to do. And when we tune in to that, and when I say like I listen to my guides, it's just this like initial thought. It's this, oh, I should do this, or oh, I should go here, or oh, I should call that person. That is your guides dropping a download into your brain saying, yeah, you should go do that. That person needs you, or somebody needs this message. So start tuning in to that initial voice that you have in your mind, and don't let your ego come in and judge it and try to figure out why it's there or try to talk you out of it. It becomes an art to learn the difference between your intuition and your ego. Your intuition is always a soft, loving, like, hey, you should go do this. And your ego is always like, well, that doesn't make sense. We don't want to do that. Da, 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 da. So start to learn the difference between the two. Your ego is always going to try and scare you. Your intuition is always going to drop you a little bit of like a very neutral, hey, you should do this, or hey, this might feel good. So start tuning in to the messages that you're getting from spirit, because in reality, if I can teach you guys to do that, or maybe you're already doing it, life becomes so much better, because you start to listen to that voice and you act on it. So then you're going places and you're doing things because you're getting guided to, and that's where the magic occurs. So for example, if you like, here's a quick example. We can be instant manifestors when we do that. So yesterday, my neighbor was moving, and I just felt like, you know what, I should give her a card and wish her good luck. So I wrote out a card, and then I went to go grab $40. And I was like, you know what, I want to pay for their dinner for tonight because they just spent all day moving. Why not give them some food? So I grabbed $40, but my ego was like, oh, Michelle, you need that money. Don't give that money away. And my heart was like, no, my initial thought was to give them money. So I'm going to trust that the universe is going to have my back, and it's going to bring me that $40 back. 20 seconds. I literally dropped the envelope at her front door, and I live like 10 steps away. I came back into my apartment and my phone lit up with a Venmo of $44.44. And it was a client booking a 30-minute session with me. So within 20 seconds, the universe repaid me for doing good. My guides were guiding me. Maybe that family needed that $40. I don't know, but I was guided to give them money, and then the universe paid me right back. So that's an example about how when you follow those messages, you get rewarded, you get communication back. And, you know, just replenishing the $40 is just one small example. You might be seeing bigger things happen, like maybe you hear a nudge to go to a car dealership that you wouldn't have normally gone to, and you end up meeting this amazing person who helps you get your car at such a lower rate. So those are examples about how your life can be like super easy and effortless if you start to tune into that voice. Because if we don't listen to it and we listen to our ego always just gets us in trouble. It's always taking us to the places where we're going to feel stuck, or where it's going to be more difficult, or it's going to attract people that are like our ego, who are going to be very judgmental and comparing and just not very kind. All right, let's see what another message is. Thank you, Spirit. I didn't even open Sacred Space, and they're still bringing us these awesome messages. Making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. This message is for you all. You all have this light inside of you. You are light. You are light beings in physical bodies. So if you spent a lot of your life numbing your body and eating crappy food and drinking a lot of caffeine or alcohol or smoking, it's because you're a light being and it is uncomfortable to be in your body. It's not fun. Our soul does not like to feel trapped in these bodies. And if we have extra body fat, which weighs us down and makes us feel heavier, we will end up numbing more and more and more because we feel uncomfortable and we feel weighed down in these physical bodies. So on a spiritual path, it is so, so important to keep your body at a weight that makes you feel good. And, it doesn't have to be at a certain number. It doesn't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be shredded. But however you want to wake up each day and wear your clothing and feel good is where you should aim to be. And then if you can still enjoy some yummy foods and you can have that balance, that's going to be gold for you because you have to go out and make a difference in the world. And if you are feeling uncomfortable in your body, you're not going to be able to feel good doing what you're doing, and you're not going to show up and make a difference. You're going to be the person that's maybe not making a difference or making a difference in a negative way. So nurturing your body and getting it to a size and a feeling that makes you feel amazing and makes you feel excited to wake up every single day, that's going to be key for your soul to complete your mission here. And if you're on my channel, you know that we believe in our soul's mission. You are all individual souls and you came here to complete something, to learn something. I know that my mission is to help you all tune into your intuition and hear messages from the universe, from your spirit guides, from your angels, so that you can take action in your life and make it better. So my mission is to get you on your mission. I am a guide, I am a teacher, and I remember like 5 years ago being obsessed with watching other spiritual teachers, and I would sit on my couch watching YouTube at like 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday, and everybody else my age was out drinking and partying and experiencing life. And I was sitting at home learning, and absorbing, because somehow my soul knew that I would be here one day filled with all this information, and I would need to be guiding people through one of the craziest times in history. So I've been on my path for a while now, but the whole time I was doing that, I thought I was nuts. I thought I was like lame and boring, and I judged myself. But that's my mission. So your mission might look different, but whatever you're doing, trust yourself and listen to that intuition. Know that your body is everything. If you don't feel good in your body, you cannot complete your mission. And if you don't feel good in your body, then most likely it's going to end up getting sick. Because if you're not on your mission, guess what happens? You will eventually get sick because your soul is going to try to wake you up to your mission. And it's just going to be a never-ending cycle of sickness until you get on your mission. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Angel card. I just got guided. Friendship. So building your connections with people that you love, nurturing those partnerships. Ooh, I just heard forgiveness. You might be being called to forgive somebody from your past, and you don't have to do that face to face. So through my spiritual lessons and through my teachings that I learned from my mentor and from other spiritual teachers, forgiveness can be a one-sided street. You can just do all the forgiving on your end, and you can send them love, you can send them good energy, and just see them as, if they really hurt you, if they did something like really, really terrible, see them as a 10-year-old kid, right? And you just gave them car keys and you said, drive me to the store. They don't know how to drive. So would you sit there and yell at a 10-year-old who doesn't have the tools and doesn't know how to drive, but you want them to drive you? Would you sit there and yell at them? No, you would forgive them. So think about all the people from your past who have hurt you. Whatever they have done, they did not have the tools to love you. So you need to look at them as a 10-year-old child. They could be 80 years old. They could be 60. They could be 25. And maybe they cheated on you, or maybe they abandoned you or neglected you your whole life. You need to look at them and say, wow, they did not have the tools to love me. They were not, look at their childhood, maybe look at what they've been through. Then you can offer forgiveness for them and say, okay, I'm going to forgive them. I'm not going to harbor this hatred and resentment and anger. My soul chose them to be a friend, a partner, a parent, a sibling, a grandparent. You chose them before you came into this existence. And you chose them to challenge you. And this is your turn now to step into your truth, to step into your soul and say, you know what? They're a 10-year-old that doesn't know how to drive the car. I'm not going to yell at them. There's no point. They don't know how. They were not taught how to love you. So we forgive them. We let go. We cut cords. We shake it out. And we continue to shift our perspective for the rest of our lives around that concept. If somebody is doing something hurtful to us, it's not on purpose. They're just almost a child acting out a certain pattern, and they don't know any better. And we have to detach with love and say, I'm sorry, I can no longer entertain this. I forgive you. And you don't have to say it to their face. Like I said, it's one-sided. You do not have to have closure with people. You can send love from afar energetically. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. That was such a good message. Feeling an urge to cleanse real fast. I feel a little energetically drained after that message. Like I just feel like I have a headache. So we're going to quickly cleanse. Side note, if any of you get headaches, maybe this is why I'm doing this. If any of you get headaches, it could mean that you have a certain energy on your aura and you need to cleanse it, which is what I feel like I have right now. I always just go over top of my head like this. It already feels better. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I always pray to Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, as you guys know. They are my go-tos, my man Mike and my man Meta, as I like to call them in my head when I pray to them. They get me parking spots. They get me extra money. They get me all the green lights. They get me in the fastest line at stores. They get me upgraded plane tickets. All we have to do is ask, you guys, and it comes right to us. We just can't expect it to come when we think it's going to come. Okay. But with parking spots and stuff, man, that shit happens so fast. All of my nieces and my nephews are like, they call me Shushy. They're like, Shushy, why do you always get everything you ask for? And I tell them, ask your guides and it will happen. I've had many friends that have been very judgmental in the past who I'm no longer friends with. The universe kind of pulled them away from me. But they would make comments like that. You always get what you want. And I kind of was just like, well, don't you want to be friends with me? Because I can help you get what you want. But they were just always so hateful in that way because they were just in their own resentment and anger that they weren't receiving anything in their life, but it's because of their perspective. It was how they were looking at their life. So that's a lesson for all of you. Make sure you're encouraging your friends. And when they're getting manifestations, cheer them on. Because that's the universe saying to you, you're next. Yep, my headache is gone. Yay. Sometimes when I'm giving a message around like painful situations, like having to forgive somebody from something very, very hurtful, I can sometimes feel what my viewers are experiencing. Like when I was talking about that, I was feeling such restriction that somebody was just like, no, I can't forgive them. I can't let that go. They hurt me. They cheated on me. They did this to me. And I feel that energy and it starts to build in my head. So quickly cleansing is so important. All right, this card is upside down. I can't wait to see what it is. Boundaries. I just posted a YouTube video about setting boundaries when manifesting. It says, who are you allowing to take from you? Where are you giving too much of your energy? It's not valued. Pull back for a bit, see who is worthy of you. This is the forgiveness and the friendship. What friends of yours or partnerships or relationships are draining your energy? Who is not valuing you? Pull back your energy. Stop giving it to them. I was just counseling a woman in a reading the other day about how we have to say no. We have to learn to receive help And we have to learn to say no when people are constantly asking us to do things for them. It's a two-way street. If they're only calling you when they need something, you need to stop. You need to stop giving them your energy. It is not fair, and you are worthy of somebody doing that for you. So if you're sitting back in your house and you're noticing that nobody's calling you and asking you how your day is, and nobody's asking you if you need anything from the store, you need to start attracting that. You need to start attracting people who will do that for you. While I was in the shower a little bit ago, I was thinking about creating a manifesting video about making a list of all the things that we should desire in a partnership. Because I think a lot of my viewers aren't really even sure what to ask for. They're not really sure what a healthy partnership might look like. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I should totally make a video and just make a huge long list of, I am so grateful now that my partner ... And I finish each statement and do like 40 of them. Because on a healing path, we know our worth. We know what we deserve. But sometimes people aren't on that path, or they're new to that path and they don't even know what to ask for yet because they were never shown love growing up. So they don't really know what to look for. They don't even know what they could be worthy of. So I might make a video about that. And the video I posted earlier today was about boundaries around manifesting and how you have to be certain about what you're asking for. Because if you don't set a boundary, the universe is just going to bring you like a hodgepodge of stuff, and it might not be what you want, and you might be going with it, but in reality, it's going to end up bringing you into suffering or misery, and it's not really what you wanted. So set a boundary, make sure you make a list of everything that you definitely want to call in, and ignore the rest. But this is all about calling back your energy. So do not give away your power. If people are not interested in you in your life, you stop giving so much of your energy to them. It needs to be a two-way street, okay? Always look for what's missing. If you are connecting with somebody and they're not returning gratitude, or if they're not sending you messages, thanking you for your time together, you stop communicating with them until they start doing it. And sometimes we have to show them how. We have to teach them. And it's by us setting the boundary and saying, hey, this didn't make me feel good. Could you do this next time? Sometimes people need to be taught, because remember, they might be that 10-year-old that doesn't know how to drive. We have to teach people how to love. And sometimes that's why we're in partnerships. They might not be our long-term, our end all be all, but we're there to learn lessons with them, and we teach them how to love, and maybe they teach us how to live. Who knows? Every partnership is so different. Okay, let's do a tarot card. Those two just popped out, so we're just going to take them. Excuse my hair. I didn't feel like blow drying it or doing anything, so I'm just rolling with it. Being raw and real. Wow. Look at this beautiful couple. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy. The Empress kind of holds, obviously she's pregnant, but the Empress holds this like worldly knowledge. It's like she's got everything inside of her, and she's just this beacon of light, and people go to her for information. People look to her as a guide. You know, that could be you in your community. You might be the person that people are going to ask for advice, or in your family, you're that, or in your friend group, you're that person that people go to. And then the King of Swords is all about, swords are all about your mental space, your mind space. And this could be a masculine energy who's overthinking a situation. And he's sitting in nature, he's talking to his spirit guides who are animals, and he's asking for guidance. Maybe, and in the way I'm holding this, he's looking to the Empress, and maybe he's admiring her, and he's wanting her, and he's wanting to be with her, but he's overthinking, and he's just like, I don't know how to get to her. She's all the way over here, and she's glowing, and she's beautiful, and she's got this, she's like impregnated with all this magic, and he wants to get to her, but he feels blocked. So let's figure out what's blocking him. I'm going to use an animal deck. What is blocking the divine masculine? I just heard distance. Wow, we have the eagle, which is a higher perspective. So it's looking at the situation from a higher perspective. Let me just think for a minute. I feel such a heaviness in my chest, the tightness. So whoever this divine masculine is, he's feeling it heavy. And it's unique that if you look at all the spirit animals in this card, and then we have the eagle is like all knowing. It sees every part of the picture. So maybe this divine masculine, he's seeing every aspect of this partnership, this union, whatever it is, and he still can't figure it out. And he's like, Spirit, hello, are you going to help me here? He's got the owl, he's got the crow, he's got all these animals around him, and he's just asking for guidance. And the eagle's going to swoop in, which is spirit. Eagle is essentially spirit in the universe. And it's like, I got it. You don't need to worry about it. I'm going to drop this golden egg to you, and it's all going to work out. You just have to be patient. So spirit always sees the bigger picture, and there's always holdups and pauses and delays for certain reasons. So if you're somebody who's waiting on a partnership, or you're waiting on a partner to arrive or a partner to come back, maybe an ex to come back, there's a delay for a reason, and we have to trust that. Maybe you're not ready yet. Maybe you need to forgive somebody from your past. Maybe you need to set boundaries in whatever current partnerships you're in and say, no, I choose myself. I am moving on from this. This is not healthy for me. Or it could even be like friendships and partnerships with family members. Maybe you're needing to heal those partnerships before you can be with your true partner. Okay, since this has turned into a relationship reading, let's do my hidden oracle deck. So we'll get some messages from your person. Your person to you. Let's see what they would tell you. I bury myself in work to forget you. So clearly it's somebody who's not willing to face it. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, because if you ladies are out there watching and you're the Empress, of course they're thinking about you. You're the most beautiful woman they've ever met. Look at you. You have this grace and this presence about you that nobody else has. And you guys know with twin flame connections that it is undeniable. It is, you were specifically made for that person. So that means that no matter who else you date, it's never going to be like that with that person. And if for some reason there's free will involved and somebody chooses to not go into that partnership with you, you will still meet somebody else just as good, but that signature of that person will still remain in your heart. You're still going to like miss certain parts of who they are. We're human. We're all so different. And we all have this signature about us. You know, nobody's going to talk like me. Nobody's going to look like me. Nobody's going to walk like me. Same with you. Nobody's going to walk like you and talk like you and play and laugh and sing and dance or cook and clean. That's unique to you. So of course, somebody's going to stay awake and think about you because you hold a certain signature. You leave a mark on their heart. And it's only the people that are willing to be strong and courageous who are going to recognize that beauty about you, and they're going to fight for you. And you do not settle for anybody that's not willing to fight for you, who's not willing to, you know, come home from work and they can't wait to hear how your day was. They can't wait to nurture you, to hug you, to rub your back, to cook for you. You wait for that kind of partnership. If your partner is not doing that for you right now, you are not in the right partnership, or there's some major healing that needs to happen. Yep, they wish they treated you better because you're the Empress. Again, they are 10-year-olds who do not know how to drive the car. So we have to forgive them, wish them well, and move on and ask the universe to bring us somebody better, or ask the universe to help that person learn and heal so that they can become that King of Swords, that king that we deserve, right? Some men and women are willing to grow and they want to be better and they want to make change in their life. Others are too scared, and that's okay. We have to honor them, but just move on and don't waste your energy with them. Wow, I can't stop thinking about you. I want to tell you how I feel. And I love you unconditionally. So we have, I bury myself in work to forget you. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I want to tell you how I feel. I can't stop thinking about you. I wish I had treated you better. And I love you unconditionally. And for whoever's watching, I'm feeling it's like a girl out there watching for her guy. If he did not treat you well and he comes back, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to make sure that his action matches his words, because any slick human being can manipulate and can just say all the right things and say, I love you. But if they're working from ego, if they're living their life from their ego, they're just going to keep talking. They're not going to take action. They're not going to make change in their life. You know, like if there's somebody who doesn't even want to make change for themselves to make their own life better, they're not going to make change for you. And if they are making change for you, you have to then think, are they abandoning themselves for love? And are they submerging themselves into a partnership to like fill their cup up? And you don't want that either. You want somebody who is whole, who is grounded, who loves themselves, who has a connection to the universe and believes in God and whatever you want them to believe in. But we would hope that every human being has their own connection to source, but we only want to call somebody back in and have them stay if they love themselves, right? Their actions match their words. They're consistent, meaning if they're doing the actions, right? It's not just like once every 2 weeks they're doing something that lights you up. It needs to be consistent, and it also has to be an open line of communication. So you're expressing like, hey babe, I need this. And if he immediately is doing it for you consistently, that's a great start to your partnership. And if you're a man listening to this and you're asking, you know, how do I know if a woman is right for me? How do I know if she is whole? How do I know if she is grounded? She will have a self-care routine, and she will not stop that self-care routine for anything or anyone. She will choose herself. She will love herself. She will be a free spirit. She'll be playful. She'll be on her mission. She'll feel very, very passionate about what she's doing. If you are dating a woman who doesn't really have a mission and she doesn't really know her path, that's okay to be with her through that time. But if she's only relying on you for her happiness, that is a huge no-no. You do not want to date somebody who is going to look to you to make her happy. And as men, the masculine energy, you like to provide and protect. So you want us feminines to need you. We still need you, but we need our mission and our love for ourselves just as much. So it's a balance. You know, I can still need my partner, and I can also still provide love and happiness and joy for myself. So if my partner might not be there, I can still provide that for me. But with him there, it's like a cherry on top, and it's delicious and fun and juicy and good and reciprocated too. So remember that. Those are some keys for looking for a partnership. You want them loving themselves, doing what they love, but having you as just a bonus. But because they're so whole and grounded, they are okay with going overboard with nurturing you. They don't feel depleted after doing it because they're grounded. And when I say grounded, I just mean they know who they are, they know what they want. All right, let's finish off this reading with one more card, one more message from your person. So this looks like maybe even the forgiveness in the beginning of the reading, maybe that was about your partner. Maybe they're going to come back and you're going to need to forgive them and set boundaries and make sure that they know, like, hey, if you're coming back into my life, this is what I need. I need you to show up. I need you to be consistent. I need you to love yourself. I need you to go and take care of yourself for you and for me. Yeah. And listening to messages from spirit, meaning like, these are the messages that you need to listen to because somebody's coming back for you and you need to be prepared and have boundaries set in place. They're not giving me another card. I'm going to cut the deck. Wow, you speak to me through music. So if you're hearing songs, That's your partner talking to you through the music. I always connect through music. Music is my life. In my house, music is on 24/7. I actually always have to turn off my Bluetooth speaker every time I go to record because there's always music on the background. And you guys know YouTube, you can't have music playing on our videos. So, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It ended up being a love reading, which I love because I love bringing people back together. And I love, excuse me, my throat chakra. I love preparing people for love. That is one of the things that I've been called to do, is to help people follow their intuition and to help people stay in love or fall in love and keep it and maintain it and nurture it. And remember, some people are 10-year-olds that don't know how to drive. So we have to be patient. We have to forgive them and be open to teaching them and say, hey, are you willing to learn with me? You might not know how I need you to communicate with me, but I'm willing to teach you if you're willing to learn, and you open that communication. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what messages resonated with you. If any specific card hit your heart, drop me a comment and let me know. I love knowing that these messages were for somebody because I end up sitting down to do them and I don't know why. All right, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.